today let's go over a medium level question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this because I tried quite a few times, but then I really focused and I was able to do it on my own. So again, really happy. Let's go over it. So essentially you're given this string and you want to basically count how many of each of these substrings, how many stars there are. So basically here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in between the candles, so there are 2 from 5 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In between the first and the last candle in that substring, there are 3. So here, for example, between 1 and 17, so 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I'm not getting this correct. So 1 and 17, there are 9. Okay, so there are 9 because if you only do in between the candles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between the first and the last candle in the current substring based on this. So that's all you got to do. Reading the description is kind of confusing, but this is going to be hard because they want you to do it efficiently. So first of all, let's try to count up the candles. So let's accumulate how many counts of candles there are, and let's also keep track of the indices of every single candle and also every non-candle. That's how many we're going to count up because we want to find the number of stars in between the candles. So let's call this candle index. And let's go through S. If we see a candle, which is a vertical line, then append the current index. Otherwise, let's call this star count plus equal to 1. And then let's call this prefix star count, which we're going to keep track of how many stars we've seen up to the current point. So for example, up to here, we've seen 3 stars. Up to here, we've seen 5 stars. We still have only seen 5 stars. And now let's print candle index, and let's do that first. Okay, so what this allows us to do is keep track of the left and the rightmost candle in the current substring. So now we can go through queries. And let's say the start and the end is going to be Q0. So we're finding a substring because we can't name this S because that's conflicting with the string itself. So let's call this start NE. And let's do this just for better naming. And now is the tricky part because we have to, let's print start and end. And let's also print candle. Well, we already have that above. So now in here, what you want to do is find, okay, this is a better example. So between 1 and 17, those are the substring ranges. So you're going to need this part because let's say 0, 1, 2, 3 is the leftmost candle, and then 16 is the rightmost candle in that substring. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, yep. So now this is where you're going to need binary search. So let's call this L. And we're going to basically cut this array into the left and the rightmost candle in the substring, which I think is really the challenging part of the problem. So let's use bisect left inside of candle I. We're going to look for start, and the right is going to be the opposite. We're going to look for the rightmost candle in the current substring. So candle I and end. Let's print left and right. Okay, so now this gives us the portion of the candle indexes that we need. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we can say, let's call this C is going to be candle I of left to right. Let's print C to make sure it's correct. Okay, cool. So that gives us what we need. 15, 16. And now what we want to do, because we have this, so that's great. So let's actually print S as well, just so we know which portion we're looking at. Let's get rid of this. So we're looking at 2 through 5, and we're looking at 5 through 9. Get at 3 through 16. So let's say if, okay, this is where it gets tricky because this doesn't count because there's nothing in between it. So that's just 2 candles, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So now if length of C is bigger than or equal to 2 and C negative 1 minus C0 is bigger than 1, now we can print C and S. Otherwise, let's print none as invalid. Okay, so, okay, now that we have that part, this is where we're good to go. Now we can say A is equal to S of C0. Let's call this beginning and let's call this left and right. It's going to be C0, C minus 1. It's going to be left to right plus 1. Let's print A. So now we have the exact portion that we need, otherwise it's none. So this is very convenient because now we can basically append a.count of star because that's all we want. Otherwise, we just append 0, and this technically works, but I'm going to show you it's going to time out because count is actually a linear time operation right here, and that's where the prefix sums will come in handy. So as you will see, this times out. Okay, so what we need to do instead of count is going to be using the prefix sums of pref star count that we built up. So now we don't care about this. Let's go ahead and print that. Okay, now we can say if left is less than or equal to 0, then result.append pref star count of right, else result.append, well, let's call this count is pref star count right, because we're basically saying from the leftmost, so minus the right, that's how many stars are in this category. So 12 minus 3 is 9, because up to this point we have 3 stars, up to this point we have 12 stars, so the difference between the two is the prefix, is how many stars are within this substring from 3 to 12. Otherwise, let's call this pref star count of right minus 1 minus pref star count of left minus 1. Result.append count. Hopefully this is right. And you might have some edge cases. So it's always the previous one minus the one before that to the left side. The left minus 1. So hopefully this works okay. So the problem is that we're still doing this, which is really expensive. We already have left and right, so we don't even need to do the A. Oh, oops, we do need C. It's to S of, or candle I of left to right. So That's used to slice the candle indices. Oh, oh man. Okay, almost there. 35 out of 36. Let's figure out how this is, what's going on here. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, okay, cool. Accepted. So almost on the boundary, but this is how you do it. Again, this is my own solution. So yeah, I just got to delete this because you know this is like O of n by itself to construct the string. But other than that, hopefully you found this helpful. Pretty much just combining prefix sums with binary search to find the candles between the left and the rightmost candle in the current substring. So thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.